everyone, it's your lovely Abbie Dagrin and welcome back to my channel, lovelies. Today I'll be continuing a series on my channel that deals with natal chart analysis, and today I'll be doing one on Gayle King. I'll be speaking on her personality traits, her characteristic traits based off of her natal placements, and also I'll be speaking on how a lot of her placements have led to a lot of her success. So please stay tuned for the rest of my video, lovelies. If you have not yet become a part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then this is your calling to do so. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Please also make sure that you share this video with everyone you know, whether it's your friends, your family members, your enemies, anyone who really loves Gayle, or anyone who really loves natal charts. And please make sure you hit that like button because I know you guys will love this video. So let's get right into the video, lovelies. Gayle was born on December 28, 1954, so this qualifies her to be a Capricorn. So with this placement, she tends to be someone who's very grounded and very practical, very patient, very resolute, and are always looking for the next level to achieve. This is something that they always try to do, and it makes sense because they're very cardinal signs, so cardinal people tend to be the types of people who always love to lead things, and they always love to do things in a way that they can achieve. They tend to be very grounded people because they are earth signs, so that's something that's very important and very nice to see. That's something that's very beneficial and very important in life because that's the traits that you need in order for you to go through life. Having a very sound mind and being able to make great decisions is something that is very important in this life. Up next would be her moon in Aquarius, and this is actually a nice placement. It can be very difficult, but it's a very cool placement because they tend to be very open, very rebellious in a way. That's pretty much Aquarius placements. They tend to be the types of people who are very unique, very different, very entertaining, and independent enough to forge their own path in life. This is something that they are very great at. And they're types of people who have a lot of friends because they tend to be very smart people and very friendly. That's something that really helps them a lot in accomplishing a lot of goals. They tend to be very approachable. They tend to be very open-minded. They like to socialize. Sometimes they can be detached to really protect their feelings, and they need freedom in order for them to really live. They are very much a humanitarian. They're very imaginative, very creative, and very observant. So this describes Gayle in the best way. Up next would be her Mercury in Capricorn, and this placement, they tend to be blessed with a strong work ethic and a reliable reputation. This is very interesting because Gayle, she's been a journalist for a good portion of her life, and she has a very strong work ethic. We see her almost every day on the news, on CBS, and she does have a very reliable reputation. She's the type of person, when they have a lot of great and interesting and important interviews, they will have her go and do those interviews. So this just shows that her reputation is reliable and she's able to show that in different ways. She's also someone who is very much reserved in her expressions, but she does have great words. She's very efficient with them. She does have a very serious opinion. She's very ambitious when she speaks. She has calculative reasoning, and she's someone who has a responsible perception. So this describes her in the best way. Up next would be her Venus in Scorpio. So this is a very interesting placement to have. Even though it's not the best placement to have Venus in Scorpio, but they tend to be the very great people. They are very great about relationships. They're very social, very friendly, and very affectionate in relationships. They love very hard, and that's something that can make them really make a lot of interesting decisions. I have a video on Venus Scorpio if you guys are interested in that. They're very intense, and they can come across as fearless, has a strong willingness to commit to a relationship, They're the types of people who are all or nothing, and they find it difficult to forgive in relationships. They crave intimacy and love deeply. They give their partner their full attention, and she has the need to have great relationships with her partner. She wants to know every detail of her partner. And she's someone who is very loyal and committed. So that describes her in relationships. Up next would be her Mars in Pisces. So with this placement, they are very much non-confrontational. They don't like fighting. They don't like really doing a lot of things. They tend to pacify things and love to go through life in a compassionate lens. They try to understand why people behave the way they do, then get upset. They're very intuitive and they're very understanding. They love to express themselves and going after things with love and compassion. They're not the types of people who are very judgmental. They're very understanding, actually. They're very social. They love to talk to people. They're very analytical as well, so they know what to do, what not to do, what to say and what not to say. So this placement can be used for best, but when it's time for them to really show themselves or be very stern, they are going to do that. So having a Mars in Pisces is a very great placement for her. Next up would be her Jupiter in Cancer. So this is actually a great placement to have Jupiter in. So this gives her a lot of instinct, and she attracts a lot of good luck and good fortune. And this is a great placement for her. I'm very happy she has this placement because she's able to garner a lot of things that are very positive and very great for her life. She's someone who will be able to have a lot of devotion and receptiveness in her life. That's something that she is great at in so many ways. She's also someone who is very much always going to look into her career. She's always going to be in a career that she likes. And she is always going to do something in life that she appreciates. She has a very great sense of humor and humanism and optimism. And she's someone who's just very great at life in general because a lot of good things just falls in her lap, which is great for her. Up next would be her Saturn in Scorpio. So with this placement, a lot of things come out of it. So them being very powerful and them being very much secretive is something that comes out of this placement. They're also the types of people who have a lot of energies. So the energies can be positive or negative, and that's something that Saturn and Scorpio needs to be okay with because not every energy that you have is going to be positive. So it's okay to bring out that negative energy in a useful way. And sometimes they can be very scared of showing their emotions because they just feel like something can go wrong if they do that. But they need to try their best not to repress their emotions and succumb to negative things. So they just need to have a lot of faith, a lot of relief to feel a lot of therapeutic things in their lives. And this will pass very quickly for them. Up next would be her Uranus in Cancer. So with this placement, they tend to react to things stronger than others because they have a need of constant reassurance. So they also are the types of people that seek out practical solutions to changing society's attitude towards things. They're also the types of people who will use their emotions in a way to really benefit them and really benefit society as well. Because of this, they're able to get the humanistic side from issues. So other placements, they will show you a logical side, but a Uranus in Cancer will show you an emotional side, a heart-wrenching side that will make you really understand why something should be done, why something needs to change, and that's something that really benefits them in the best way possible. And it really helps society in a way because we have a balance of logic and emotions. Up next would be their Neptune in Libra, and this is a great placement for her to have. She's someone whose main goal is to eliminate confusion and come up with a viable answer that suits everyone. Because of this placement, because Libra is ruled by the scales, being able to appease everyone is something that comes with this as well. She is a part of a generation that idealize all the various experiments, approaches to relationships, including living together, the formation of communes and collectives and the whole concept of an open marriage. So from the Neptune and Libra, that's where open marriages kind of really started being talked about. This is a stress on weekend commitments on an emotional and contractual level, but there is a heightened expectation of the level of commitment and mutual support of the spiritual and metaphysical level. So this really describes her view on different things in life. Up next would be her Pluto in Leo, and she's been able to gain this placement because she was born between 1939 and 1957, so she is a baby boomer. So she's the type of person that loves to be noticed and appreciated and to shine. This is the Leo and Pluto placement, and it makes sense. Individualism and creative expression is something that really makes sense as well with this placement. They love national pride, big business, different things that really help the environment, the economy. They love to do things and they love to just throw themselves out there. They love a great challenge and they love being thrown their way, as they love to show off their ability to overcome adversity. So this generation, they kind of love things because it's basically like, if I can do it, I can do it. I'm going to prove to you guys that I can do it. So hardship isn't a problem for them. Next up would be her North Node in Capricorn. So with this placement, she will need to work on these hidden gifts and talents to attribute these developments. So first, you'll need to have self-control, approaching life from an adult position, having a lot of self-respect, staying goal-oriented, sensible approach to problem solving, keeping commitments and promises, letting go of the past, having self-care, accepting responsibility for success, being self-sufficient, thank others for their willingness to help, but choose to take care of herself in a way. Use her wisdom to create the life that she is known that she can have. Identify with her Father within. Create goals for herself and execute them and commit them to her vision. Not being afraid of hard work. So I feel like she will accomplish this, or she's accomplished this because she had a sun in Capricorn. So I think she's accomplished these mission. Next up would be her Chiron in Capricorn. So this is a very interesting type of womb to have. The healing is strategic, goal-focused, and structured. So she may have had the wound of not being able to have a lot of structure in her life, or not being able to have a lot of freedom in a way. Sometimes family connection can be very hard for her because that's something that she is not used to. That can be a wound as well. Also, she probably had the themes of responsibility, achievement, and success. So in a way, maybe her parents didn't allow her to do things, so she was kind of controlled. So what she will need to garner is responsibility, achievement, and success, and that's something that will really help and benefit her in the best way possible. Up next would be her ascendant/rising in Capricorn, and with this placement, she is someone who will be able to have a serious nature. She's someone who's very timid, shy, or sensitive as a child, and if you do see Gayle, she does tend to be like a shy person, but her interviewing really brings her out her shell. She's also someone who's very responsible and very practical, and she may tend to questioning herself sometimes. She's very focused on her goals, and she's someone who loves spending time managing her assets. She's also someone who may have had a difficulty in life, and she's someone who can be very self-aware of herself and knows what she wants or needs in life. She's also someone who needs a partner to protect her emotionally, and that's something that she really deserves because she needs to be able to express her life in an emotional manner. Last but not least would be her midheaven in Scorpio. So this is actually interesting because she gets the persona of being someone who can be very mysterious. Because if you really think about it, we don't really know too much about Gayle, but she is an international mystery. We all love her. We all respect her in regards to her craft and who she is as a person. She's very much impassioned, very intuitive, very intelligent. She's very ambitious. She is someone who's very charmed and someone who loves to get what they want in life, but she can sometimes go too far and exhaust herself. So knowing that she needs to take care of herself and her health is something that's very important with Gayle in regards to her career. Making sure that she is always doing what she wants to do in her career is something that's very important and something that she needs to just know and realize. That's all I have for you lovelies today in regards to Gayle's midheaven. Please make sure you let me know down below what placement you really believe resonates with Gayle a lot. Please let me know also who else you guys would want me to do a natal chart analysis on. And please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Please make sure you hit that like button and make sure you hit that share button so you're able to share this video with everyone you know. And last but not least, please make sure you follow me on all of my social media accounts from Pinterest down to TikTok. Please make sure also that you are supporting my Etsy store as well as my podcast and my PayPal. I love you all. Please stay safe and healthy, and I will hear you guys and see you guys on my next video. Bye, lovelies.